Standard 6, History and Civics, Chapter 2, Sources of History, Part 2. Hello students, how are you all? I welcome you all here. Today I am going to teach you the history subject of 6th standard, and I am going to deal with the second chapter, that is Sources of History. In Sources of History we are going to learn the remaining part of this chapter, that is the point number 2.4, the sources of ancient Indian history. Okay student, are you ready for that? Very good. Now see, if you want to learn the sources of ancient Indian history, then we have to go back to the ancient history then. Okay, ancient history of India. Okay, then ancient history of India extended from the Stone Age to the 8th century CE. Okay student, have you understood? Ancient Indian history extended from the Stone Age to the 8th century CE. Okay, and see, that time means in Stone Age we know that there were no written script. That time in Stone Age there was no written script was available. Understood? Yes, and because of that we do not find any record, written record. Okay, actually 1200 2000 BCE is the period of Stone Age. Okay, but the information about the ancient Indian history can be obtained from the Vedic literature. Okay, and that is from 1500 BCE. Okay, yes, and we can obtain this information from the Vedic literature. Then what is Vedic literature? Vedic literature is related to Hinduism. Okay, in Vedic literature there are main 4 Vedas. Okay, Yajurved, Samved, Atharved and Rigved. Okay, so these are the important texts of Vedic literature. Okay, and from that we can obtain the information about the ancient Indian history. Okay student, yes, primarily these Vedas were not in written form. Okay, they developed a technique of memorization. They developed the technique of mnemonic. Okay, means what? Recitation. They stressed on memorization, recalling, and in this way they preserved the Vedas. But afterwards slowly the Vedas were written down. Okay student, now we see that Vedas are in written form, and these Vedas are written in the Sanskrit or Vedic Sanskrit text. It is called as Vedic Sanskrit text. Okay, and this Vedic Sanskrit text is the oldest script of Sanskrit. The Vedas and the post-Vedic literature form an important source of Indian history or ancient Indian history. It includes Brahmans and Upanishads. Then what is meant by Brahmans? It is related to Hinduism. Okay, and Upanishads, what do you mean by Upanishads? Upanishads means spiritual teaching. Okay, it teaches about religion. Okay student, understood? With this, it includes the popular epics Ramayana and Mahabharata. We quite aware about these stories or epics, that is Ramayana and Mahabharata. With these epics, plays, dramas, poetries, all these literature help us to know the ancient Indian history. Okay student, have you understood now? Very good. With this, Jain literature, Buddhist literature and travelogue, stone and pillar inscriptions, travelogue of the foreign travelers help us to know Indian ancient history. Okay, then just now I told you about the travelogue of travelers. For example, Fa Hien from China traveled from China to Asia. Okay, and during this he wrote the travelogue, and this also help us to know our ancient Indian history. Fan Hian was a monk, Chinese monk. Okay, student, understood? These things, all these things help us to know Indian ancient history, as well as some of the material sources also help us to understand the ancient Indian history. For example, archaeological remains, ancient monuments, coins that were found in excavation. Okay, archaeological means what? The things which we obtained from the excavation, and they are related, or it is related to the human life. Now students, we are going to study the next point, that is 2.5, precautions to be taken while writing history. Okay student? Yes. So listen carefully now. We have to take care, or we have to take precautions while writing history. Okay, before writing history, we have to check whatever the material we have, whatever the text we have. To do critical analysis of the document is very important here. Without critical analysis, we can't write proper history. And we can't say that a written document cannot be said that it is authentic because it is older one, because it is old one. It needs critical analysis. Okay, and we need to find out that who did write it, why did he write it, in which conditions did he write that. Okay, so we have to do a critical analysis of that document before writing the history. The conclusions drawn on the basis of the genuine documents need to be cross-checked. Such critical analysis of the available document, material, etc. is needed before writing history. Okay student, have you understood now why there is a need of taking precaution while writing or before writing history? Okay, so today we have learned the sources of ancient Indian history and how to take precautions, or what kind of precautions we need to take before writing history. Okay student? Yes student, have you understood now? Yes. So what we have learned here in the sources of history, we have learned the sources of history, that is material sources, written sources, oral sources. Okay, so these important sources we have learned in the first video, and sources of ancient Indian history, and last one, that is precautions to be taken before writing history. Okay, so here we have completed our second chapter. Okay, and now in the next video I am going to deal with the exercise. Okay student? If you liked this video, like it, comment in the comment box, share it to your friends, and do not forget to subscribe it. Okay, and be connected for the next video. Okay, so be connected for such more and more educational videos. Thank you.